Hi, everybody, and welcome to another year of Inside Lady Tigers basketball presented by Whitney Bank. I'm Victor Howell. Well, so far for the 2006-2007 season, we're about a third of the way through, and the Lady Tigers to this point are 15-1 on the campaign. Coming up in this first edition of the show for this year, we'll talk to head coach Pokey Chatman about how the team has gotten to this point in the season. We'll also look at a very special weekend in New Orleans that was Operation Rebound as LSU took on Louisiana Tech at the New Orleans Arena, where all the benefits went to help those affected by Hurricane Katrina. And we will also look at LSU's SEC opener at home. It was packed, the PMAC 11, LSU and Georgia in a thriller. All of that is coming up in the program. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Inside Lady Tigers basketball, presented by Whitney Bank, is brought to you each week by our Team LSU partners. Cox Communications, your friend in the digital age. Oshner, the official healthcare sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Super Chevy Dealers, the official vehicle of Lady Tigers basketball. People's Health, the official health insurance sponsor of LSU Athletics. And by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the LSU Tigers. Inside Lady Tigers basketball is a weekly presentation of the LSU Sports Television Network.
Well, welcome back, and it's a delight to be joined by head coach Pokey Chatman. And Pokey, first of all, congratulations on this point of the season as the Lady Tigers 15-1. It's about the third of the season. So let's get people caught up as to where the program is. And coming into the season, you know, a lot of people were going to ask the questions, how does this team react losing a scorer and a perennial All-American and Player of the Year in Simone Augustus? But you're 15-1. You all have had some answers.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where you look at the roster, and it's 9 juniors on that roster. So they've been involved in the program. They understand the system. I mean, let's face it, we knew Simone wasn't going to be at LSU forever. So we tried to really build some confidence in some players in terms of their ability to score the basketball for us and be ready to tote the mail. And I thought their off-season work is really the reason why we're 15-1, because there's some players. I'll start with Rashante LeBlanc, who's shooting the ball better. Ashley LeBlanc's made herself an offensive threat. And obviously the evolution of Erica and Sylvia. But those kids signed up to play big-time college basketball, and they put in the work to do so.
You know, you talk about the off-season work, and I think one player in particular that I know really stands out just by looking at her, Kiana Chaney. She's had some big games for the first third of the season, but Pokey, this is a player who's been here a couple of years, a Baton Rouge native, but you can tell just physically she had a very good offseason, and it seems to be paying off in the way she's playing.
She has. You know, we talk about it, the evolution of Q, and it affects everything from her academics. Socially, she's a different person, but specifically her basketball has risen to a higher level. She started with her body. You know, Kiana's dropped 18 pounds. Her body fat has dropped about 6%, and you can see that confidence coming. And she's even playing really good defense for us, so we expect more of that from Q.
And, of course, a lot of the players, we talked about the loss of Simone Augustus, but there is the return of Big Sill in the middle, and that's a problem for a lot of opponents guarding 6'6". And, again, you and I have talked about this throughout the season, in the fact that when Sylvia is focused and on her game, she may be one of the toughest players to guard in the country.
She is. I mean, she presents so many problems because she's not only 6'6", but she can run like a guard. She can alter shots. She can block shots. She can clean up things on the board. And, you know, we talk about Sylvia being a dominating presence every time she's on the floor, and she makes life difficult for opposition when she's that way.
Let's talk a little bit about the schedule. As we mentioned, the Lady Tigers 15-1 at this point, a third of the way through the season. Once again, you all scheduled difficult. We had the one loss for LSU, a 4-point loss on the road to nationally ranked Baylor, but you've had Ohio State come to town. You've been at Michigan State. So once again, you all scheduled rather difficult before the SEC play.
You know, it's one of those things, there is a method to the madness of scheduling. It's one of those things where you want to know in November and December what your team is made of, what you need to work on. You don't want to get into conference play and realize that you need to be better defensively, to be better on the boards. And we scheduled opponents that would show that, but also some opponents that if you're able to be successful, it can gain some confidence for some players that needed it.
We'll look at highlights in just a moment, but let me ask you, through the first 16 games, are you where you were hoping you would be with this team as we now get into the heart of SEC play?
You know, the coach and you will always find something you want to get better with, but I can't complain with the fact that we're playing defense at a rate that hadn't been played here at LSU. We're a better team defensively, and we're starting to find some offensive rhythm. So I'm not satisfied, but it is on the plus side. I think we're going to continue to get better.
So the Lady Tigers standing at 15-1. When we come back, we'll take a look at what was a very special weekend in New Orleans for LSU, playing an in-state rival in Louisiana Tech. Operation Rebound. We'll look at that when we come back on Inside Lady Tigers basketball, presented by Whitney Bank.
Right side to Hoskins, drives baseline, cut off, has it knocked away and stolen. Erica White's got it. 2-on-1. White to the hole, draws the foul, lays it up, it's good, and it counts.
LSU basketball is back in action, and you don't want to miss any of the excitement. Be sure to watch as Big Baby, Glenn Davis, and your other favorite LSU ballers try to battle their way back to the Final Four. Pokey Chatman and the Lady Tigers are also on the prowl and have their hopes set at another chance in the big dance. So tune in to catch all the best in purple and gold basketball right here on CST.
I'm State Farm Agent Demetrius Simon, and this is a true story.
Making ends meet is tough with a new baby.
When another company kept promising to save us money on car insurance, we believed it.
Guess what? We were charged more.
A lot more.
We switched back to State Farm because we've got an agent we can count on.
Oh, I think someone's had an accident. Ooh.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
It's back. The Chevy Model Year Indy Bank. We're moving out the last of the 06 Chevy models. So make your move. They're going fast. More Americans choose Chevy. Claim yours before they're gone. See your Super Chevy dealer today.
Hi, I'm John Brady. Are you ready to jam?
Don't miss John Brady's Slam Jam for Education, February 15th, featuring Sugarland and Little Big Town, live at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. Visit BradySlamJam.com for ticket info. And don't miss John Brady's Slam Jam for Education with Sugarland and Little Big Town. Be there February 15th, live at the PMAC.
Come pass a good time for a good cause.
Louisiana is proud of its flagship university, LSU. The state's largest institution of higher learning embodies our future. LSU is on the move and pursuing greater national prominence. Everyone can be part of this spirit of LSU as it attracts the best students and faculty and builds for the future of Louisiana. Join LSU on its quest for greater national prominence. Help create a better LSU for all time.
This segment of Inside Lady Tigers Basketball, presented by Whitney Bank, is brought to you each week by Ochsner, the official healthcare sponsor of the LSU Tigers.
Welcome back, everybody. So the end of the 2006 calendar year, Pokey, LSU was involved in a very special event down in New Orleans called Operation Rebound. I know this is very close to your heart. First, let's talk about the overall event and what it meant for Operation Rebound to take place with you and Louisiana Tech in New Orleans.
You know, it was huge, Victor, to finally see that event come to fruition. You know, we thought about it in the offseason, in the spring, and to see it gain momentum. It was so much more than just a basketball game. And obviously, when two teams play, both teams want to win the basketball game, but there were so many other projects involved with it. And the goal was to raise $150,000 for two key charities, Habitat for Humanity in New Orleans and Friends of Nord. We had online auctions, we sold tickets, and because of the work of LSU Sports Properties and folks of that nature, we were able to donate every single penny raised to the charities.
Wonderful benefit for those affected by Hurricane Katrina, but as you mentioned, for two programs, LSU and Louisiana Tech, there was a basketball game to be played on that Sunday afternoon, and Pokey was a game that LSU got out a little slow out the gates. Louisiana Tech had the lead at half, but in the second half, you were able to put things together and finish what was a very special weekend with an important victory. It was a special weekend, and to be in that arena and see it all come together, I can't really describe that feeling, but you talked particularly about the basketball game. What was nerve-wracking about that game is the first game after the break. And I wish I could have X'd out the Christmas break because we were playing so well prior to the Christmas break, and it was one of those games where we were trying to build momentum, and finally we broke through, opened it up, and were able to win the game. LSU got the victory. When Louisiana Tech came to town for the ball game, they had a chance to tour parts of Louisiana affected by the storm. For the Lady Tigers, they've made several trips down there, including one a few weeks before the game and the actual Operation Rebound weekend. And Tom Bagwell joins us now with more on the Lady Tigers' trip to New Orleans.
Last month, New Orleans city officials took Coach Pokey Chatman and the LSU women's basketball team on a guided tour of the area hit hardest by Hurricane Katrina. The tour was provided by Friends of the New Orleans Recreation Department and included visits to Lakeview and the Lower Ninth Ward. It was all part of Operation Rebound and the Katrina Relief Basketball Classic, an event that the Lady Tigers will be hosting December 30th against Louisiana Tech.
But today is about our kids not only seeing but feeling what's still going on here. I mean, sometimes it's not that you're misled, it's just maybe misinterpreted. You're not quite sure if they understand what's going on. They hear about it from classmates, teammates, fellow student athletes, but to come out here and see and experience, it ties into what we're doing. I think it gives them a little bit more meaning and understanding of what's truly going on.
It was a moving experience to witness firsthand the devastation caused by the hurricane. But all of the Tiger basketball players are looking forward to helping the rebuilding process through their efforts on the court.
Well, just to be a part of it is very elated about it. I can't think of any other way to help personally, and I don't have the funds or anything. Just anything I could do just to bring back enlightenment or just joy back to the people in New Orleans, and I'm happy to do it.
Just to have that chip on our shoulder, to know that we willing to help and do anything to help New Orleans. It feels good, and just to even come down here to give the people excitement of that game, I think it's going to be great.
LSU Operation Rebound is the brainchild of Chatman and was created to help the Lady Tiger basketball program rebuild Louisiana. In addition to the game, there will be a banquet and auction with all the proceeds to be shared by Habitat for Humanity and the Friends of Nord.
You really have to see these sites to really get the feel and of what has taken place here. And certainly the youth of our city need more than ever support to help rebuild these playgrounds. And with the LSU Women's Tigers, I know that we'll achieve a lot of success, and I'm excited that they're here today to greet some of the youth and also interact with them.
Coach Pokey Chatman hopes that the LSU Lady Tigers will score big, both on and off the court this season, and has high expectations for the Katrina Relief Basketball Classic.
My goal is a minimum of $150,000, and I can say that because we have so many people that are on board to help with that. And I'll start with, I had an idea, and that's all it was. The people that's going to help me see it to fruition, I'll start with Louisiana Sports Properties. They're the reason 100% of the proceeds can go to the charities that we've dedicated the first season of this game to, and I have to mention that because it's extremely important. So there's so many people that are involved that can make this happen, and Habitat for Humanity is one of the organizations, and Friends of Nord, that affects the households and the products of those households. So we're excited to be a part.
Tom, thank you very much. That was a look back on a very special weekend in New Orleans. A nice win for LSU, but more important, the success of Operation Rebound. When we come back, head coach Pokey Chatman will join me, and we will look at their SEC opener, which was Pack the PMAC 11, LSU and Georgia. That's next here on Inside Lady Tigers Basketball.
In the lane, Davenport working on fouls. Fouls stuffed it and got it. The ball hit the floor, and everybody kind of stayed put, and Fouls just picked it up.
There's a credit card and a check card that work together, both earning points that combine in one very big total. Introducing Whitney Points Plus Visa credit and check cards. For more points and big rewards, it takes two to tango. Points Plus, only at Whitney Bank.
It's back. The Chevy Model Year Indy Van. We're moving out the last of the 06 Chevy models. So make your move. They're going fast. More Americans choose Chevy. Claim yours before they're gone. See your Super Chevy dealer today.
Can I be confident that my healthcare provider will put my needs first?
Can we trust that our healthcare provider will be here for us?
Can I have healthcare with greater peace of mind?
At Ochsner, you can. Ochsner is the unique coordinated healthcare system that's neighborhood-based for better, more consistent care and greater peace of mind. To find out how you can have healthcare with greater peace of mind, call toll-free 1-866-OCHSNER, 1-866-624-7637.
This is a lineup that cannot be stopped. A perennial powerhouse that needs no timeouts. The team, SECSports.com. And it runs up the score every week with more real-time coverage and live streaming content than ever before. Put in the play and get the results on all your favorite teams, players, and coaches. And get exclusive real-time coverage of SEC championships. Everything you need to know, everything you want to hear, everything you have to see at SECSports.com.
I was proud of what our league had been able to do. You could have a SEC team win a national championship and the NIT in the same year.
You got to live in the moment and go out there and play as a team. There's going to be adversity and there's going to be challenges. It's not about the past and it's not about the future. It's about right now.
This segment of Inside Lady Tigers Basketball, presented by Whitney Bank, is brought to you each week by your Super Chevy dealer, the official vehicle of Lady Tigers Basketball.
We're back, and now we're starting basketball in the calendar year 2007. The first game of the calendar year, a victory at South Florida. Again, a little bit of a tough struggle for the Lady Tigers. But, Pokey, you come back home to open up SEC play. This is no slouch against Georgia in Pack the PMAC 11.
It is, and you alluded to that trip down to South Florida, and we knew that would be a tough game. Fortunate enough to come away with a hard-fought victory, and then Georgia awaits you. And thank goodness it's packed the PMAC. We had a lot of people in this building. We definitely needed that because Georgia's an offensive power machine, and they were on a roll, and we needed all the help we can get to secure a victory.
Georgia came into this ball game ranked in the top 16 in the country. Of course, LSU ranked number 6, and you know what you're going to get out of an Andy Landers ball club. They have an All-American in Tasha Humphrey, but one of the better outside shooting teams as well.
They're huge. Their last time out, they played against Florida. They were 12-26 as a team, and two of their starters, Janice Hardrick and Corey Chambers, hit 9 total. So we knew every time on the floor they'd have at least 3 3-point shooters out there. Then to couple with that, you have Tasha Humphreys in the paint. So there's no rest for the weary. But we gutted it out, and we were able to secure a 2-point win.
With the victory, LSU's win streak, a nation's best, 39 straight at home. It was their 17th straight SEC victory. Not a lot of fingernails left after this one as LSU wins it by 2. Here are the highlights. LSU and Georgia pack the PMAC 11. Here's the voice of the Lady Tigers, Patrick Wright.
Right wing over to Corey Chambers. Got to watch her. Up top, Humphrey. Dribbles to the elbow, cut off. Out to Houts. A 3 ball is good. They shoot the 3 well. Chambers around a screen. 18-footer will not go. Humphrey and Fowles battle for it. Fowles has it off to Cheney. It's 3-on-3. Cheney pulls up. 18-footer is good. On the inbound, way out at long range to Houts. Tigers need to stop him here. Chambers, a 3 from the right wing is good. And it is 15-2 Georgia. LeBlanc at the top. Thomas for 3. Good. So maybe that'll break it open a little bit. Thomas hits the 3 from the top. That is her 5th of the year, and it's 18-10. Kicks it out to Chambers. Chambers is stripped clean by White. It's 3-on-1 if they hurry. White to Cheney. Left-handed layup is good. Well, there's your layup right there. 18-12. They're winning the battle on the scoreboard. Top of the key, Phillips. Long jumper. Bounces in. A 2-pointer. Top of the key to White. Right wing LeBlanc. Lobs it up high for Fowles. Turns, flips it up and in on the baseline. Fowles on the board for the first time. Erica White at the 5:05 mark. Top of the key, Cheney. Left wing, White. Drives baseline around Houts. Behind her back, toward the lane. Flips it up, and it wouldn't go. Fowles put back is good, and the game is tied. Hardrick, right wing. Top of the key, Dara, a 3. It's good. So Georgia's up 3. That broke the LSU 14-0 run. Phillips in the lane, Fowles. Back to Phillips. 16-footer left side is good. LSU was down 14. Drew even and then fell back. Fowles down low, lays it up and in on a pass from Thomas. Marshall heads to the lane, 4-footer, good, got over Cheney. Score at halftime is Georgia 27 and LSU 22. Didn't get the call. Hardrick has her pocket pick, Cheney's got it. Cheney's gonna go 1-on-1, lays it up and in. Cheney with 6, and it's a 3-point Georgia lead.
No, 2 team fouls on Georgia.
Cheney, left elbow jumper, good, off the pass from White. Cheney's got all 4 in the half, and it's 27-26. LeBlanc, jump step, kicks it left side, White. Fakes the 3, goes baseline, scoops it up. It was an air ball, tipped out, Cheney. 3 ball, good! from the top of the key with about 3 to shoot. Cheney down the court, left wing, lobs it up for Fowles. The catch, the layup, it's good. Fowles beat everybody down the floor. Left wing, Hardrick up top, Houts at the top, Humphrey lobs it down low, Robinson, layup good, and Thomas fouled her. It counts. White gets it to Cheney, 10-footer baseline is good off the inbound. So the Bulldogs get it. Lady Dogs down 3. Right wing Chambers, down low Humphrey lays it in. It counts, and a foul. And we're going to see Allison Hightower. Humphrey at the top. She'll take a 3 over Fowles and bury it. Looking to inbound in the corner of Hightower, or rather Phillips, out to Hightower on the left wing at long range. Down low to Fowles, and that double team lays it in. 36-35 Lady Dogs by 1. And of course she is already LSU's all-time block shots leader. Picking the pocket of Houts is White. White to the left of the bucket, to the hole, scoops into the lane, Fowles, takes it up and lays it in. And LSU regains the lead. With still action to go, Hardrick in the lane, ducks under Cheney and lays it in off the inbound, and Georgia is back on top. Hardrick has 7. They have just 1 3-pointer in the second half. Phillips at the top, right side, Hightower. Dribbles down the lane, running off balance, one-hander from 10 is good. Fowles calling for it, can't get it to her. Up top, Phillips, who does lob it to Fowles. Turns, flips it up with one hand and in. Fowles with 14. Top of the key, Phillips lobs it again in the lane. Fowles makes a move, flips it up, and it rattles in. Another little flip shot for Fowles. When Marshall gets a Robinson screen, heads down the lane, sweeping 4-footer is good. A little 5-point turnaround there.
Marshall's 3 away from her career high.
Phillips at the top for 3, no good. Fowles rebound, put back is good, and Fowles is on fire. 18 for Fowles, they can't stop her. Hightower at the top to White, around the screen, takes it to the hole, the layup is good, it counts. White breaks an 0 for 10, and she is fouled and can shoot for the lead. Hout spinning on White, takes it right elbow, leans in, ducks up, and a 7-footer is good. They're down 5 with 3:45 to go. White looking around, 3:40 to go. Cheney, 18-footer, good from straight away. White in a hurry. White to the free throw line. White out to Hightower. 3-ball to tie. It's good! 53 apiece at the 3-minute mark. Chambers to Houts with 5. Down the lane. Scoops it up. It's an air ball, and it's taken by White, and here come the Tigers. 1:18 to go, tie game. Hightower, right side to Thomas. Thomas is open. She lobs it up for Fowles. Fowles catches, powers it up, had it knocked out. She got it back and laid it in. Fowles with 20. I think they're shooting to get out of here with a win. Hardrick at the top, Dara with 10 to shoot. Down low, it's taken by Humphrey to the hole. She missed it. She missed it, and Thomas rebounds and is fouled with 3.3 to go. Thomas throws it up. She didn't get it. Back iron. Dara has it. With 2, with 1 from half court. Not going to get there. The ball game is over, and LSU wins it.
Whew, so there you go. It was a close one indeed, but LSU holds on for the 2-point victory and opens up SEC play at 1-0. When we come back, Pokey Chatman will join us. We'll look ahead at what's to come for LSU on the road in the state of Mississippi. That's next.
I'm State Farm Agent Demetrius Simon, and this is a true story.
Making ends meet is tough with a new baby.
When another company kept promising to save us money on car insurance, we believed it.
Guess what? We were charged more.
A lot more.
We switched back to State Farm because we've got an agent we can count on.
Oh, I think someone's had an accident. Ooh.
Like a good neighbor.
State Farm is there.
Stunning video, MP3 sound, broadband speed, internet, and email, all working flawlessly together in one ultra-thin device. The new Blackjack. Only from Singular.
Can I be confident that my healthcare provider will put my needs first?
Can we trust that our healthcare provider will be here for us?
Can I have health care with greater peace of mind?
At Ochsner, you can. Ochsner is the unique coordinated healthcare system that's neighborhood-based for better, more consistent care and greater peace of mind. To find out how you can have healthcare with greater peace of mind, call toll-free 1-866-OXNER, 1-866-624-7637.
Hi, I'm John Brady. Are you ready to jam?
Don't miss John Brady's Slam Jam for Education, February 15th, featuring Sugarland and Little Big Town, live at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center. Visit BradySlamJam.com for ticket info. And don't miss John Brady's Slam Jam for Education with Sugarland and Little Big Town. Be there February 15th, live at the PMAC.
Come pass a good time for a good cause.
4,800 student athletes. 2,200 named to academic honor roll. 17 named first team academic All-American. 12 universities. One mission. The Southeastern Conference, equipping tomorrow's leaders today.
This segment of Inside Lady Tigers Basketball, presented by Whitney Bank, is brought to you each week by Whitney Bank. It takes a Whitney banker.
Welcome back. So as we wrap up this first edition, Pokey, you get the first SEC victory, always important because it's the first one in conference, but now you go on the road for two straight, a stop in Oxford, followed by a stop in Starkville.
You know, Victor, you can't even enjoy a win. You know, we're talking about our next trip out, and I was just made aware that Ole Miss had a good win against Vanderbilt, so we'll put this Georgia game behind us, watch some tape, and get ready for a well-coached Ole Miss team, and then follow it up with Mississippi State.
As we know, they're always tough because they're in the SEC. LSU on the road for the next two. Those are the games we'll be talking about when we see you next week. Pokey, good luck, safe travels on the road. We'll see you next week. For Pokey Chatman, I'm Victor Howell. Thanks for joining us on Inside Lady Tigers Basketball, presented by Whitney Bank.
Inside Lady Tigers Basketball, presented by Whitney Bank, is brought to you each week by our Team LSU partners. Cox Communications, your friend in the digital age. Ochsner, the official healthcare sponsor of the LSU Tigers. Super Chevy Dealers, the official vehicle of Lady Tigers Basketball. People's Health, the official health insurance sponsor of LSU Athletics. And by Verizon Wireless, the official wireless provider of the LSU Tigers.
Are you ready for this?